Hi, my name is Brianna. I am a senior here at the University of La Verne. I am majoring in psychology and minoring in studio art. So in this video, I will be going through my curriculum vitae, and which is also known as a CV, and I have information from there since middle school. Throughout the years, I have been adding more information as I am getting the experience, but as of right now, I have things from middle school, high school, and college. So the first thing I have on my CV is my name, following with my address, phone number, and email. I have everything at the very top in the center of my paper. So the next thing I have is my education. I have my undergrad psychology BS as the top thing, following with the university's address and expected graduation date, which is spring of 2023. And then right underneath it, I have my high school diploma with the address of my high school and underlining that I graduated with honors. So right underneath my education, I do have my research experience. I was part of this organization called Skillify. I became a member in high school, and it was just a 6-month program where we met with different advisors that helped us look into what we wanted to do as in our career path. So I was able to meet a lot of people in the educational field, social work, and psychology. My next job I had was at an Abercrombie and Fitch, which is a clothing store. I was a sales associate, and I worked there for about 6 months. My job usually was register and running the floor. I had a lot of experience already from my previous job, where I was always in the very front, welcoming people in, helping people out if they had any questions. So the next job that I have is the Boys and Girls Club, which my title is Program and Group Lead. I been working there since June. The main goal of this after school program is, to keep a safe environment for young people, where they can spend time developing their skills and help them reach their full potential. The program is divided into groups. We have power hour where they can focus on their homework, and then we have program every week where it can help them build a character and help form bonds with the children. So once I got into high school, I changed my organization to the Teen Advisor Board, which was also known as TAB. I did that for 4 years throughout my high school, and I focused a lot on kids between the ages of 2 and 7. It was located at the library in my hometown, so a lot of things dealt with books, reading, little activities, songs, but we also sprouted to YMCAs around and helped out with kids from older ages, and we also helped set up activities that we had that were going on around our community. So the last two things that I will be talking about in my volunteer experience are clubs that I was involved in high school. The first one is called Club Cure. I was vice president for 3 years in that club, and we mainly focused on raising awareness and spreading the word on campus, but we volunteered in corporations to raise awareness for cancer, such as Children's Hospital and St. Baldrick Foundations. We had activities during and after school focusing every month on a different cancer awareness, and we had club field trips to visit children at these hospitals as well. The next club was the National Honor Society. I was in this club for 3 years, but I wasn't in office until my senior year. I was vice president. The year where I became part of the office, we tried doing as much much as fundraisers and donations that we could do. We had three main focus. One of them was a food drive, which was in the beginning of the year. We had a clothing and toys donation during Christmas time to donate to homeless shelters and churches. And in the spring, we had a trash cleanup where we would go approximately about once to twice a month to beaches, parks, and even in our own school and community to help clean up. We had people sign up for these, and we would give volunteer hours to all of the students at the high school. The last thing on my volunteers experience list is the Boys and Girls Club. So I did my internship there between February and May of last year. I did it over for a class, but I ended up really liking this after school program, and I got a job there, and I've been there ever since. Underneath my volunteer experience, I have my professional accomplishments. This is thankfully a pretty long list, but I will be reading on my computer. So in 2021, I received the International Honor Society in Psychology at the University of La Verne. In 2019, I also got the PACE Founders Scholarship at the University of La Verne. In 2019, I got the Academic Achievement by the California State Senate. In 2019, I also received the Math and Science Academy from the California Legislature of Assembly. In 2019, I also received from 4 different academics at my high school. The first one was the National Honor Society. The second one was Spanish Honor Society. The third one was the Math and Science Academy. And the last one was the California Scholarship Federation, all from my high school. The second to last thing that I have on my CV is skills, and underneath it I have that I am bilingual both in English and Spanish. It has come in clutch in a lot of interviews that I've done. I've been able to get hired because of it as well, especially at my most recent job at the Boys and Girls Club. Being bilingual, it is very important because I have kids that are doing dual in elementary, where they do half of the day in English, half of the day in Spanish, where they do get homework packets that are fully in Spanish. And because I am bilingual, I'm able to help them. In particular, there is certain staff there that do not speak Spanish, so sometimes they send me their kids so I can help them translate. So it is something very good to have. And lastly, I have my references. On my references, I try to keep approximately about 1 or 2 people within each of my categories. The first one is my advisor that I have for my art minor, and then I have my advisor for my major. And then I have 2 members of the Boys and Girls Club that I have as references. Then I have my Santa Anita racetrack manager, and lastly I have 2 teachers from my high school. But as I said, as I get more experience or I end up doing different internships, I will be changing my information. So I just want to end things talking a little bit about what I see myself in doing in the future. I am majoring in psychology, so to become some type of therapist, you do need to be able to get a master's program. So hopefully I will be graduating in May with my bachelor's. I will be taking a year off. I want to make sure that I go into the right master's program for what I want to do. My goal is to still work with children, but I don't know exactly where, if I want to do, you know, a school district, or if I want to open my own business. But I want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm doing before I put a lot of money into my master's. But this is it. I hope you guys got a better understanding of how to even write your own CV with the information that I gave you. Thank you.